welcome back to High Life. I know this has dropped off for quite a while, but we're gonna get back into it. And who better than to kick this off than the biggest blow up of anybody I interviewed, Mr. Ronin GT.
Thank you for having me.
How's it going, buddy?
Oh, that's a loaded question.
I
That's
know,
a loaded
right?
question.
What
It's
what
going.
what you sipping on?
Tonight I am sipping on a bottle of Tennessee Soul Smoky
Okay.
Amaretto,
Okay.
and I have because I gotta watch my girlish figure, a little Diet Coke.
All right. Well, I've got Tomatin Highland single malt Scotch whiskey.
Oh, damn! Life hurts you.
$30 at Walmart.
$30 at Walmart. I'm telling you what, you drink Scotch, life hurts you hard.
Oh,
You got some trauma.
The Elijah Craig's rougher than that one.
I've got a bottle of that over here. I've never cracked it open.
I got it back at Christmas, and I'm just now getting down to the bottom of it. So,
I tell you, Four Roses is a rough one too. Me and Ty Garcia went to a convention out in Orlando. We went to
small batch.
I forget what IAPA Expo. We were doing something out there for Megaverse or Metaverse, and we went over there and they had this tasting of Four Roses.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tell you, whatever they gave me, that shit grew hair in places I didn't have hair before.
All right. That's all right. Woo. All right. 1 second here. Okay. Had some quick stuff. All right. So I got something funny to tell you. On Friday when we were originally going to record, I was sitting around, doing nothing, waiting, and my girlfriend goes, "Don't you need to do some research or something?" And I looked at her and I said, "You think there's a script or something to High Life?" I'm like, "Girl, you're lucky." I was like, the whole purpose of the show is to get high and talk to people.
Well, I missed the memo on the weed. I got the alcohol though. I'll drink with you.
You're in Indiana, so
I'll be the last place to get legalized. Fuck.
No. Michigan.
Really?
I think so.
Michigan's already legal.
Are they?
They legal as fucking Michigan.
Hold on. I'm thinking of the wrong goddamn state then.
I know people that go all the way from Evansville to Michigan to get weed because it's cheaper than Illinois.
Jesus.
And to anyone out there who is watching from Indiana legislation, all that tax money is going elsewhere. Legalize that shit. Good Lord. You think we ain't buying it? Have half your police force is smoking weed. No fucking play.
Utah is what I was thinking.
Yeah, but is Utah really a state? Can you really call Utah a state? Isn't that like a foreign nation at this point? You never hear anything good about Utah.
You never hear anything about Utah.
No, you don't. I think they got Mormons. That's about it. They got Mormons out there.
And that's exactly why it would be the last one.
Yeah.
It could be federally legal and they would still.
Isn't Mormon based off of like some alien? Isn't it like Scientology, but more Christian?
No. It's Jesus came to the United States after he was crucified and came back to life. So after he was done in Israel.
Are you sure it's not already legal there? Are you sure they're not already smoking? They just been smoking? Because that sounds some shit I've done that's some shit I come up with when I was high as fuck.
Oh, dude, I had this high ass epiphany the other night. So, how well versed are you in the Bible?
Sadly, I've read more of the Quran than I have the Bible.
Oh, that's not bad. I actually want to do an entire YouTube series interviewing different religious leaders and letting them just preach.
Yeah.
And basically go over the basis of your religion, why you believe it, and why people should join you. And you know what? I can't get it. I grew up Baptist. I know 4 Baptist preachers. I had their phone numbers.
That's
but not a single one of them will go on a show with me.
No.
They're scared.
The Baptist is one of those ones you walk into, and if you ain't perfect, they praying for you. Okay, you the devil. You going straight to fucking hell. Okay, don't pass go. Don't collect $200. You going straight to hell. All right, you kidding? You are getting put right next to Adolf Hitler with pineapples up your ass. Okay, that's where you're going.
But so, anyways, in the book of Revelation, it talks about John the Baptist seeing Christians being persecuted.
Yeah.
Now, other parts of the world, maybe. Okay. But here in the United States, they're the ones who persecute everybody else.
I mean,
So
you
what if
he's
seeing the non-Christians being persecuted, but they live more Christ-like than the actual Christians?
Okay, you're gonna get me on something here, and you're gonna light this comment section up. Okay, I mean, you're gonna have some pissed off people in this comment section.
But, hey, I'll take comments. That's engagement.
Okay, so here's the thing: all of your Christian nationalists, the ones that just don't make no damn sense, or what are they called? Not Christian nationalists. I don't know. The ones that just sounds dirty. You got to take a shower after you say the word. Regardless, they're the ones who are persecuting everybody. Here's my philosophy. I live by the teachings of Jesus. Okay. Jesus said to love people. He went and hung out with prostitutes, murderers, thieves. He hung out with people that no one else wanted to fuck with. Okay.
Yes.
And nowhere in the Bible does it say, I want you to persecute, be judge, jury, and executioner, and harass these people until they go the way of the Lord. They tell you to talk about Jesus, talk about the Lord, and that do not judge unless be judged yourself. Basically, I don't know the exact word. I'm not a biblical professor, but
judge ye, lest ye be judged.
There you go. And Jesus said one thing: love thy neighbor. And I don't know about the rest of the Christians out there watching,
except for.
No, I don't know about the rest of the Christians watching out there who are mad at me right now. My God is not complacent. And if your God is complacent, that's fine. You can go do his job for him. But at the end of the day, God's going to make it all come out in the wash. So I'm going to love people like I was commanded to. I don't have to agree with a person's lifestyle, but I still have to treat them with love and respect. But again, if your God is complacent, continue doing this and changing laws and being dumb. I mean, if your God is complacent, I mean, I might as well just say your God's dead. I said what I fucking said.
I think there's two different gods in the Bible.
Oh, you getting some deep stuff there. What's that stuff you smoking on right now?
I think the God of the Old Testament and the God of the New Testament is two different gods.
I just think God of the Old Testament had a really bad day.
Old Testament was like just murder.
Hey, listen. Listen, if you want to think about something, that's what I thought about. You're going to get on religion. That book was written how many years ago? Thousands?
Oh, yeah.
Tens of thousands, maybe. All right. You think the story has went on since then, or is it just paused in time for us? Because I made a video today and I said, we never pray for the devil. And the devil's the one we need to pray for the most. Can God forgive the devil? And oh my God, people went nuts. Oh, the devil's unforgivable. How do you know? You got Jesus Plus on your TV?
You're telling me that the murder of another person is more forgivable than mutiny in heaven?
The rebellion of basically a rebellious child is what it comes down to.
Yeah.
And here's the thing that gets people, because I started here up until recently, about 8 months ago, I was about to give up Christianity altogether. And I started reading the Quran. And I love what the Quran has. I love it. And it's not the Bible that mainstream America tells us it is. It's not the religion of terrorists. It's not the religion of extremists. No. It's a religion of peace. And literally, if you read the Bible on divorcing a woman, and people are like, oh, well, women are so oppressed, and maybe so in certain cultural eyes. But if you read in the Quran about how a man should properly divorce a woman, like it's done with respect and like caring. Like a woman is given so much like grace in that parting of a divorce, which blew my mind, because of course here in the United States we always hear, oh well, Islam is bad, but it's not. It's a religion of peace, and this is what I pissed people off of that video, because I told them about Islam. I said Allah and God, they're the same people, the same dude. It's still the God of Abraham, and as goes for Jewish religion as well. It's still the God of Abraham, just a different book. And if I was going to be, and Lord forgive me here, I'm just theory crafting. If I was going to make a religion and want people to worship me, I would understand that one book will not fit all people, and that different books are going to be needed to gather different cultural divides. And that's just my opinion. Again, that's just my opinion. And I almost gave up on Christianity. And then I had a moment where I was thinking to myself, and I don't know how other people pray, but I'll just have a conversation in my head. And I know, and I know in my head, I'm like, you know what? I know this has to be someone else, because that voice that's my voice in my head talking back, it says shit that I'd never say. Right. And it's like, I was sitting there like ready to give up on I wasn't ready to give up on Christianity. Or I wasn't ready to give up on God, because I was just swapping one book for the other, keeping the same God. I was ready to give up on Christians because of the way they're acting right now.
Yeah.
But then I heard this little voice by like, hey, you've done all this work to read the Quran, but have you ever actually read the Bible? I was like, you got me on this. So, and then it's funny how God works. I hate to turn this into a podcast about religion.
I'm gonna segue. Don't you worry.
Okay, cool. Let's just put it this way: God is very loud when you listen to him, and he knew exactly the right person to send to me at the right time for me to listen. We'll just put it at that.
Okay. So, told you I'd segue here. You brought up the word divorce. So. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Now, all I've seen, like, your videos don't pop up very often for me, and it kind of upsets me.
Well, I haven't been posting recently either. I've been kind of in a funk the last couple months.
But like, all of a sudden, you were moved into a new place. Or you were living in your car, and I was like, wait, what? You're like,
well, actually, I wasn't living in my car.
You said you basically lived out of your car. My bad.
Yeah, I was basically living out of my car. I was actually at my brother's. I had a lot of stuff in my car. Oh, so well, let's just talk this off. When we first did our first podcast, feels like what, at least 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. It was 2021, wasn't it? Our first podcast.
It should have been, yeah.
Yeah.
So, almost 4 years ago.
You know that me and Miss O were getting together.
Yeah.
And I was with Miss O for a very long time before we got married. And I'll be honest, I'll be right here honest with everybody. I'm gonna love Miss O to the day I die. I love her to death. Sometimes you get into a situation where you feel like you have no other way to go but run. Yeah. And I'm not going to say anything ill about Miss O on here. We both have our opportunities, and my opportunities were probably the shit that I was bringing to the table was probably a direct result of what I was getting back. And, but it got to a point where I couldn't take it no more. And it was a lot of things. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. I looked it up. I was listening, but I looked it up. I posted it May 24th. 2021.
Yep.
So
that was before I was married. Before we were married.
Mm-hmm.
And Miss O is an amazing woman. She really is. She's got her issues just like anyone else. You know, she suffers from anxiety and depression the same as I do. And sometimes anyone out there watching knows anxiety can turn us into somebody else sometimes.
Absolutely.
And one of the things, and I'm sure if she listens to this, she's not going to be happy when I say this, but when I would talk to her about, hey, we need to fix this, or this is bothering me, XYZ, I don't know if it was her anxiety or if it was because I'm going to tell you what, Miss O is a very opinionated, very strong, very independent woman. But she would always tell me, if you don't like it, you know where the door is. She kept telling me that. And then one day I just found the door. And don't get it twisted. I'll love that woman to the day I die. I will do anything in the world for that woman. I've learned that sometimes people either need to fix themselves and come back a better person, which if that's the case with me and Miss O one day, so be it. Or sometimes you can love someone from a distance, and that's the way it needs to be. And like I said, I'll never say anything ill about Miss O. I love that woman to death. She has done so much for me that I can't even, it'll take us all night for talk about. But at a certain point, there's things in a relationship that both of us needed, and neither one of us were providing that. So that's the best way to put it. I moved out. I moved out to my brother's.
There's no good guy. There's no bad guy.
You know what? For the sake of this, I'll tell you that I was the bad guy because I stopped doing some things that I should have been doing, which then directly affected her behavior towards me. I'll be the bad guy. I will definitely be the bad guy. We both,
okay.
Neither one of us are perfect.
And that's right. And it takes a big man.
It takes two. Yes, it takes two.
I'm saying it takes a big man to admit that you messed up.
Oh, I definitely messed up. I've never been a perfect husband, either my first marriage or this one. And I'm definitely not a perfect husband. I'm not a perfect man. And I think that's one of the things with my content when I've come across here. I've always tried to be me. Like if you've met me in real life, a lot of people met me in real life. They know that the same guy you're seeing on the screen is the same guy you get in real life. Maybe a little less filtered because for the internet, sometimes you gotta draw in crayon. But yeah, I'm not a perfect man, and we definitely had our ups and downs. And like I said, I'll still be there for her till the day I die. If she needs something, I'm gonna be there. And she has a beautiful boy that is he's like a son to me. He's not like a son. He is my son, and I will still be there for him. And I know my daughter's the same way. My daughter loves her to death, and I know this is rough on them. But we've both agreed after the fact that our relationship, as far as talking to one another, has become way less toxic than it was. And we are able to communicate a lot better now. And we agreed that this is probably the best thing for the kids of all things, because kids don't need to see a relationship that's struggling, because they're going to think one day that that's the relationship that they need to have.
Yep.
And that is not the case, because that's when you continue to break a cycle of, mommy and daddy didn't love each other right, so that's got to be who I look for. And I don't want that for my son. I don't want that for my daughter, and neither does she. So I've moved out. I went to my brother's and I got this place here. It's nice. It's cold right now because I got the heat off, because fuck them electric bills. Centerpoint can eat my ass.
Right. Jesus.
And it's nice, but it's lonely. It's lonely. It's nice. It's nice the fact that I've got my peace. Like I've never been more stress-free in my life. But some days it's just fucking lonely.
You know what? I have the perfect living situation. Now the house I'm living in may not be the prettiest of houses. Our basement is sinking. The house is a wreck. I'm slowly working on fixing things around the house. That's how I pay my bill. But he's a truck driver. He's only home on the weekends. So all week when I'm working my ass off and, stressed out, I don't have to see another person. I don't have to put up with anybody else. But then on the weekends, when I'm ready to kick back, relax, and I want someone to chit chat with, I can just go upstairs and bug my roommate.
Yeah.
So,
and that's a damn good setup. See, with me, I've thought about bringing in a roommate, but I've got a room for my daughter. And there's also some other things in the works that I haven't actually talked about publicly, which, I'll be more than happy to give you the exclusive, sir.
All right. Hey, my first exclusive.
So, Mr. Will and Septic Live, James Butler, right?
Yep. Absolutely. I would love to interview him if that could ever get set up.
I can talk to him. I'll give him a buzz, but I actually work for him now.
He's told me to get a hold of him on Discord, but I tried and nothing. But I know he's a very busy person, so
he is.
I let it. I was like, okay, whatever.
Well, right now I do most of James's social media management. I'm editing his videos.
Oh.
I'm helping him out with graphics, etc. And coming up very soon, I will be dual residency, both here in Evansville, and I will be out there with him because he needs someone on boots on the ground out there. And plus, I think
are you thinking of moving?
Oh, I'm moving. I'm just gonna have two houses.
Well, no. I'm saying, like, are you thinking of eventually making it more permanent? Because isn't your daughter closer to him than she is to
my daughter is closer to him, and that's a huge plus because where I'm at with him, I would be able to get her on the weekends.
My daughter's only 3 hours away, so like I can go down there and see her. It's just, having a day at least, preferably 2 days to just go down and see her and then drive all the way back.
Yeah.
But for you, I mean, that's not a day trip.
No, it's 9 hours, 9.5 hours.
Yeah.
Perfect traffic. So,
yeah.
So yeah, have I thought about it? Yes, definitely. I've thought about permanently moving down there. But with my first marriage, I don't want to say this because, and Jen, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I love you. But I kind of felt like I was uprooted and forced to go to South Carolina.
Okay.
And I have a huge phobia about moving back because I got one of the worst depressions I could when I was down there. Because I felt the job that I had down there for content or anything like that. I was doing content. I was just, no one knew who the hell I was. I actually just recently, my main YouTube got demonetized because of things I'm not going to say on here, because if this goes on YouTube, I don't want you getting demonetized. Let's just say,
to begin with.
Well, I don't want to fuck that up in the future. Okay. Let's just say, you shouldn't joke about healthcare.
Here, put it in the.
Here, I'll put it in the chat for you.
All right. So y'all can't see this shit. This is just for me and him. So, but no, you know what? These interviews that I've been doing on High Life. Oh, okay. I got that.
Hang on. And they use that same company for their healthcare. Yeah, a lot of creators got hit with that. And it's one of the stupidest things to get hit with. Like, there's a lawyer buddy of mine that said that if it wasn't for who they were, you could just take them to town with that. Because the video I posted was nowhere near threats or intimidation. I made a joke about certain officials and the internet exposing their side chicks. That was considered violence. I mean, I guess it could be if their wives are crazy. It might go to violence. You know what I'm saying?
So
anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So doing this show and my other show that I'm doing now, it's called What You Didn't Know: Rock and Roll History. And we're going chronologically through the creation of rock and roll and what it's become today. We started with rhythm and blues, and we are up to the Beatles. That's going to be the next episode that comes out.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You got anything about Elvis in there?
Yes, we do have an Elvis video.
Oh, love it.
We did a whole video just on him. So like our content's kind of all over the place, like as far as program wise. Mm-hmm. We do research, we come up with notes, and then we record. Okay. So it's more structured than this show.
More than just two guys consuming alcohol and other substances and just talking shit on the internet for an hour.
Right. So, it's us talking about rock and roll for 45 minutes. And we started with like focusing on certain artists that were like integral in the creation of rock and roll. Like when you think of guitars spinning around, spinning a guitar around or playing with your teeth or behind your back, like who do you think of?
Oh, see, I wasn't much on the guitars. I was a drum guy. So when I think of drums, I think of all the shit Tommy Lee did in Motley Crue when he was out there in that drum set that came and went out across the stage and was spinning
Oh
around.
yeah.
Yeah. So as far as guitars going, didn't shit. We threw his guitar behind his back. I forget who the hell did that. I want to say someone in like Kiss or no.
Okay. I mean, it came way before that.
Okay, then who is it?
His name was T-Bone Walker.
Interesting.
He led into what became rock and roll. So
that's fucking cool.
And he learned that when he was a kid, and then like he inspired other artists to copy that kind of stuff. So
that is cool.
We said we're going to connect Elvis Presley to Slipknot.
I can see it. I can see it. Definitely can see it.
We're showing you a direct line to Slipknot, like
7 degrees of Slipknot.
Yes.
There's a channel name for you. I'll have to check that out, man. I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah. Oh shoot. So, I know when we talked Friday,
go ahead.
You said you're writing a book.
I am.
What is this book? And coincidentally, I'm writing one too. So
so a lot of people thought when I said I was going to write a book, I was going to do like petty stories, but it's not. No. I'm actually making a story. It's for my daughter. It's about a father and a daughter's love, and it just so happens to take place during a zombie apocalypse. It's not about the zombies; it's about the people. It's kind of, and a lot of people's like, so you're rewriting The Walking Dead. I'm like, no, because the main character is the two main characters represent me and my daughter. Okay, I wrote it very, very much loosely on me because I feel like if shit goes down here in the house, I've got my guns, I know what to do. But if the world popped off tomorrow, I feel like I could handle it. But the truth is, I probably couldn't. Okay, I wouldn't be ready for that shit.
30 minutes.
Yeah, so this character starts off. I don't want to spoil the book, but this character starts off thinking he's some Billy Badass and immediately realizing that he is over his head. And it's a struggle for him to get to his daughter. And there's multiple arcs of this book. I've already got 3 planned in my head. There may be more. But that book was supposed to launch last year. Things happened with my mental health.
Yeah.
People came into my life. People exited my life. And I've slacked off. But I'm on chapter 8. I'm thinking about being about 20 chapters.
Way further than I am.
So, yeah, and I've put some snippets to the Petty Squad over on my Discord server, the mods, and the mods are like, "Oh fuck, this sounds good." Like,
you're gonna have to email me something.
I'll email you. I'll email you a chapter, let you hear it. But
okay.
I've actually got it already on audio for the first few chapters. Audio.
Oh, nice.
Because I hate reading books.
Oh, dude,
I hate reading books.
Dude, I listen to audiobooks.
I'm not reading it though. I'm using AI to do the reading. Because no, I'm not.
Does it sound robotic? Or does it sound?
I've got 11 labs. I pay for that shit.
Oh, okay.
11 labs. I got that Adam voice from TikTok and shit. It's not him though. I got some British guy reading it for me.
Nice.
But
you should have reached out to Ian Colfer. He's a great reader.
Oh, so I've already written a book at one point too. So I got 2 books in the works. That's the first one. The other one is not done yet. It's not even started yet. And that's a completely different. It's a lot of my stuff's gonna be sci-fi. But I wrote a children's book called Petty Betty.
Oh, I've seen a lot of those like on TikTok.
Yeah, so Petty Betty. And I got a friend of mine here. She does this wonderful British accent. She's supposed to read it, and we're going to make it a YouTube video eventually.
I have a friend from TikTok. Her username is Petty Betty.
So Petty Betty is a cow, and Petty Betty doesn't like getting milked. So Petty Betty convinces her male cow friend to take her place. Now the farmer's a little old and doesn't realize he's got one udder. And Betty's friend is loving every bit of this. Okay, you know what I'm saying? And it's a great book. It's a great book. And I used to sell it on my merch store. I don't sell it right now because unfortunately I sell the digital copy. We ran out of physical copies. People bought them out. But it's a great book. It was fun to make. There's supposed to be a second one called Petty Betty in Space. I don't know.
My book is vastly different than both of those.
Does it have anything to do with weed?
No, it doesn't.
Oh.
It has to do with drugs, but not weed.
Listen.
So it's called, I've already got a title. It's called The Story of Nobody Important.
Okay. What's it about? Well, you don't have to spoil it, but
I won't spoil it. But it's about, you walk up to that one gas station you've got in your town where everybody hangs out outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you look over and you see the crackhead asking for change.
It's like Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Listen, but you look at him and you wonder how he got there.
Kevin Smith's coming for you right now. I'm just kidding.
This is his life. This is his life. This is the crackhead's life story.
So basically, it's told through the eyes of the crackhead. Okay.
And how he got to where he is.
Hey, my barber told me something. I told him I was going to take him to Vegas with me for Cheer Choice Awards that one year because I needed someone to do my hair. And I said, I'll buy all the weed for us while we're down there. He goes, I don't smoke weed. I do cocaine like an adult. Oh, shit.
This vape right here.
Yeah.
Is not weed. Nor is it nicotine.
Is it mushrooms? Yeah, I've heard about them. Yeah. My buddy Crispy Turtle did those. And
I found one today at a smoke shop, and I was like, how much are those? Because they were 50% off. He's like, oh, the 35. Fuck, I'll take it.
So do you hallucinate on that?
I haven't hallucinated yet, but it intensifies the high. It just doesn't last as long because you're inhaling it instead of ingesting it.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't think
I've done real mushrooms. I've done real mushrooms.
No, what? I'm a paranoid person in real life. I'll have a bad trip. Spiders be crawling out of my eyes and shit. Okay, I can't do that.
I think I've had one bad trip.
I just need one bad trip and it's over. I'm telling you.
But it was after like a long time, like I had nothing but good trips. And then all of a sudden I had one bad one. I took a break. Like, I was like, okay.
I ever tell you about the guy that we had in Walmart? I've told the story on YouTube or on TikTok and YouTube. But I get called over to fucking cosmetics or what?
He was covered in.
Yeah, he was on ecstasy. I found out afterwards he was covered on doing ecstasy, and he's sitting here, dude, like in his shorts, like fucking shirt and chest naked, rubbing Vicks Vaporub all over him. Man, he's like this going. Man, he was the happiest motherfucker I was jealous. I was like, I don't know what he got to do to get that happy, but I'm jealous.
I've got a story for you. Okay. And I can talk about this because
the statute of limitations.
No, he already served punishment for the crime, so we're all good. So this is
started off allegedly
3 years ago. Yes, it'll be 3 years ago this month. Later this month. My buddy, for his birthday, he got himself this hotel room. Invited a bunch of people over. There's a jacuzzi in the room. We're having fun. Well, then it gets down to just three of us. We're like, hey, we want to go smoke because weed's legal. Just, like pretty newly legal in Missouri recreationally.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're like, hey, like, let's go get some stuff from the dispensary. We'll sit in the car and smoke because we can't smoke in the hotel. So we're out there chilling in his friend's SUV, and we're watching a movie on someone's phone and playing the music through the Bluetooth.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like we're in a theater with a screen this big. So we're watching some movie, and all of a sudden a cop car comes through the parking lot, swoops through, turns around at the other end and comes back, but stops for half a second in front of us. And I'm like, we need to go inside. Cop done left. I was like, we need to go inside. They're like, you're just being paranoid. I'm like, I'm not being paranoid. He's like, Steve, it's the pill I gave you. And I was like, it's just making you crazy. He didn't stop. I was like, I made eye contact with him. So the pill he gave me was supposed to be ecstasy.
Oh, God. Supposed to be?
Supposed to be.
What was it?
Oh, you'll find out.
Okay.
So
The
we're
suspense
still
is
sitting
in.
there. They don't want to go inside. I should have just fucking left them. Should have left them. But I didn't get in any legal trouble, so like it's fine. It's all good. So we're still sitting there. Then all of a sudden, a different cop car comes through. It's an SUV, and it goes down to the other end of the parking lot where we can't see it anymore. And then the other car goes towards the building, turns around, and faces us. And I said, "Guys, we're getting boxed in." And they're like, "We're what?" Whoop whoop. And I'm like, "We're fucked."
Hate to tell you, I told you so.
Right. Oh, I fucking did. The rest of the night. So they searched her car because her plates weren't legal.
Oh.
We were sitting in a parking lot. She wasn't driving, but they convinced her to let them search her vehicle. And they found the rest of the pills.
Oh.
So they didn't say anything to us at first, though. And I was bouncing off the walls. Like, they were like, you need to stand still. And I was like, I can't do that. He's like, stand on my bumper. And I'm like, I can't stop fidgeting. I'm nervous. And I was like, and y'all took my weed pin away, and I have a medical card.
Card. Oh, that's right. That is illegal. It's medical where you're at.
Yeah. Well, it was medical, and then it became recreational. I still had my medical card. It was still valid. And so I was like, I need that pen. Like, give me back my pen. I have a medical card. He's like, we can't do that. You can't be smoking weed out here. And I'm like, why not? I'd rather be smoking weed in the car. So they find the pills, and then they go, hey, whose black box was that? And my buddy it was me. That was mine. I'm like, okay. And then they just walked away. Let us go. A year later, almost a year later, they charged him with possession of 0.04 gram or 0.4 grams of methamphetamine. They were meth pills, not X pills. Almost a year later. They waited till the very end of the statute of limitations and decided to charge him.
So I've never done meth. That story started off this way.
I didn't plan on doing it.
But I used to take a weight loss pill called phentermine. I later on found out that's pretty much just street legal meth.
Okay.
I know why people use meth. You probably shouldn't. Your teeth will thank you. And the fact that you don't look like you're 90 when you're 18. So,
right.
Oh. Yeah, let's needless to say, phentermine almost killed me, so we'll move on from that.
Jesus.
I look good, though. I was going to look good in my coffin. I was skinny as fuck back then.
What the hell got all over my pen? Oh, it did.
Giggity.
Oh, watch this.
Oh, God. Is that Are you using a vape pen and a bong?
Fuck yeah, bro.
I'm not even mad at you. That's fucking cool.
And it's a silicone bong, so like it just like fits right down in there perfectly.
I'm not even mad at you. I feel like when he turns some Cypress Hill on, doo doo doo, hits from the ball.
Dude, there's one year on 420. I lived above a bar the first time we talked. And I hung out there like every fucking night. And I told the bartender, I said, I'm off work tomorrow. She goes, does that mean you're going to be hanging out here all day? I said, I'm not leaving my apartment for 24 hours. And she's like, why? I was like, but you'll know what I'll be doing. Don't worry. All day, I kept randomly playing music on those jukeboxes. And it was always weed songs.
I love me some Cypress Hill back in the day. Cypress Hill was the shit. I love that you're wearing my merch, by the way. Thank you.
Oh, yes. Yes, sir. I keep a hold of this hat.
I got my too petty to quit hat on.
There you go.
Too petty to quit shirt. I swear I'm not drunk yet.
You need to.
You can't buy this.
I have one of your hats. You need to go buy one of my hoodies.
I'll buy one of your hoodies.
They're
I'll
cheap.
go to your merch store.
They're fucking cheap.
You need to go get my new Regal Petty shirt. That motherfucker's bad. Or the hat. They're bad.
I've been getting into hats.
You gotta check it out. My fat ass head don't fit hats, so I just buy them just to put them up on the wall. You can't see it on the camera, but
I've got mine put up, across the room. They're at the wrong angle for you to see them. But I bought hat hook, like the clips where you can either hang it like facing forward so you can see the whatever's on it, or you can group it down.
So I 3D printed mine. Just put it on.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
I bought mine off of Amazon.
3D printer save me so much
rug
money.
Keeps fucking up. My floor is linoleum and it's slanted, and I bought those aftermarket wheels for my chair, like the ones that look like rollerblade wheels.
Yep. So
it just rolls across the floor and gets away from me. So I had to put a rug under my desk to keep my chair from rolling away.
I had those too. One of my
they're nice. They're fucking awesome.
One of my followers, she's honestly more like a mom to me. I love that woman to death. She bought them for me, and those things, I almost busted my ass on that chair a few times until I got used to it.
Right? But they're so nice because they're just smooth. They don't get caught up. Nothing. Oh, so what can we expect? What else can we expect coming out of you soon?
Oh Lord. I'm slowly getting back into doing my content. I'm going to be rebuilding a new YouTube channel because I got demonetized. We're basically scrapping almost 400,000 subscribers and starting fresh. Because I'm fucking petty and fuck YouTube. I love you, but we both know that violation was bullshit. Okay, we can one off with me. Okay. So I'm making a new one. It's basically at Benjamin Harry, my full name. It might be changing to something else in the future, but you can just look up. It's tagged. I'm not ready to post it out there yet, but it will be. Just follow my content. New content. I've got a new series going to be coming out. Is where I basically, I don't want to give it away just yet, but basically, those crazy laws that you hear about.
Yeah.
Like in Henderson, Kentucky, it's illegal to walk around with an ice cream cone in your pocket. Still to this day.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to be doing is going in
Missouri about worrying squirrels.
So I'm going to go around. I'm going to find the history behind why that law was ever existed, and I'm going to find out if you can still be arrested for it. So to give you a spoiler alert,
Bro, ice cream cone. You better fly all over the U.S. and actually try out these laws.
I'm going to be able to get. I'm going to be in the chance to at least come across most of the Kentucky, Indiana, Tennessee, and North Carolina, South Carolina. So we'll start with those states.
Okay.
But the spoiler alert is that back in the horse thieving days, it was illegal to untie and walk away with someone's horse, but it was not illegal to untie the horse and then have the ice cream cone in your pocket and lure the horse away, because then it was like it followed me, so I claimed it. So they had to make a law so they couldn't do that. So that's the history behind it. And it's weird though. If you go and look it up on YouTube, part of it will tell you it's a false fact, but if you look at like Kentucky laws, it's still there. So we're gonna be diving into that. It's one thing I'm gonna start doing. I'm thinking about actually starting my own podcast here soon.
There you go.
Don't know what I'm going to do with that just yet. It might just be me talking shit. And I'm going to continue to write and continue to stream. Recently, because of mental health reasons, someone important to me in my life, I had to cut them out of my life for my own peace. And it's someone that I love desperately, and I'm going to love them till the day I die. But for my own mental peace and what was going on, I had to cut them out of my life, and more so, honestly, for them. They don't know it because I didn't get a chance to tell them why, but more so for them. They don't need me in my life right now. Long story short, that has put me in a bad funk. So I haven't posted any content, but I've got 4 videos already made. I'm working right now to edit something for James, and when I get that done, I'm going to start posting my content like just every day. So as far as what you're going to see from me is the old Ronin's coming back. And if I get banned, I get banned. Fuck them. So we'll start over.
There you go. Just like you know who I'm talking about, GFC guy. How many accounts does he have? Jake.
Yeah.
How many accounts does Jake have?
Sorry. I don't know how many accounts he's had. I think at this point, though, he's had over 10 million followers. He's lost in bans.
Yeah. And he just starts over every time. So
yeah, I love Jake to death. I do.
Just tell him you're in the club.
Oh no, I'm nowhere near that man's level. That man's like Eminem to my MGK. So but no, man, I'm just gonna keep doing it because I love doing what I'm doing. So I like being here and talking to people. So if I could get a second to plug, guys, follow me over on Twitch. Follow me on all my platforms, but definitely on Twitch because I'm gonna start going live over there quite a bit. Yeah, I got some other platforms as well, but we're not going to talk about those right now. So follow me on Twitch
and Snapchat.
And no, Snapchat. Never mind. We should end this. We're at 47 minutes. Let's fucking end this.
All right.
Pennybear.com. That's all I'm going to say. Moving on. Instantly flagged. So you'll be like, fuck you, Ronin. I'm never doing a podcast with you again. This shit got shut down.
No, I'm actually planning. Would you ever do a meet and greet in the St. Louis area?
Definitely. I'm actually getting ready to do a
I don't know how to set something like that up. So
well, we'll sidebar and we'll set that up. I'm getting ready to go do Rip Redneck's Redneck Rock and Rave or Rebel Rave in Guyman, Oklahoma. It's going to be a meet and greet there. A couple good, awesome content creators. I'm going to try to get James to come. I know Chebe is coming. I know Keith is coming. Rip's going to be there. Some other people. They're all going to be there. So it's going to be fun. You should show up. Come on out. Get drunk with us.
I'll try.
It's gonna have an open mic, so there's no script. We're just gonna get up there and talk shit. And I don't know if you ever see me. I don't know if you ever see me with a mic in my hand, but the moment it actually gets into my hand, I don't know if it's a phallic thing or something. I just have something in my hand in front of my mouth. You can edit that out. I just turn into a different beast, okay? And I love it. I turn into an attention whore on the fucking stage, and I love it when I have a mic in my hand. But it's gonna be a good time. And damn it, Rip's gonna kick my ass. I don't know the date off the top of my head. It's June. Hold on. I swear. I'm sorry, Ripped. Ooh, I'm sorry, Ripped. Hang on. I got it. There he is. There's his thing. I'm so sorry. Redneck Rebel Rave, which is going to be June 7th from 5 to 9 p.m. Guyman, Oklahoma at Bob's Cowboy Bar and Rodeo Room. Come see us.
Is there a cover?
For you, I'll get you in for free.
Oh, okay. That works.
Yeah. I don't know about everybody. There is going to be tickets tickets. Okay. I think the tickets are like $20.
No, that's
stupid cheap. Yeah, nothing stupid. There's no VIP because the whole thing's gonna be a fucking meet and greet.
Right.
Just come in, hang out with us, get drunk with us. Don't fight. Watch Crispy Turtle get tased if he comes. He gets tased every year. I don't know why. I think he likes it. I think Turtle likes his nips getting tased. I think he does. He might need some therapy. He got some issues he needs to work through. But yeah, come out and hang out with us. Let's have some fun.
Awesome. I'll check into that. All right. Well, it's been great talking to you. It's been so long.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, the one time we met in person, it was freezing ass cold. I was on my way home from Tennessee.
Yep. We were in McDonald's.
Yeah, we were at McDonald's in Evansville.
Yep.
I mean, so I was not happy about getting dragged out of the house.
Yeah. Well, shit, man. I'm telling you, you want to hang out, let me know. We can hang out. But fuck, if you just want to bullshit on Discord, I mean, hell, we've only been doing this for 50 minutes. We had like what 40 minutes before the thing. We were just bullshitting.
Pretty much.
Not even recording. So
I was like, oh, I should probably hit record.
Maybe we should hit the record button at this point.
Oh no, dude, I was sitting here on TikTok Live before we started. And I was like, I'm just waiting for Ronin to show up. And then I look at the screen and I go, I never sent him an invite. It might be helpful.
You might want to send me that. Yeah, you sent it to me and I was like, oh crap, we got 5 minutes. So I run down here, threw some clothes on because I was chest naked. I didn't know if you were gonna have audio or video for this. If it goes on YouTube, I'm pretty sure they don't want to see the Ronin nips.
No, somebody I was on their podcast, and I will be again in July, I believe. He uses this program, and he was like, "Dude, it is awesome because like I could download just the audio, and then I can download video and audio separately.
That's awesome.
So I can upload the audio over to Spotify.
I've heard good things about
all those platforms, and then I can upload this to YouTube. So." Because nobody watches video podcasts on Spotify. I don't know why Spotify started that.
No, they don't. Video? Spotify has video? Like, yeah.
It's dumb.
I will say I've switched over to Spotify from Apple Music, and I'm not looking back. I love it.
I pay the family account for like so many people.
Yeah, I pay the family account as well. I have three, almost gonna be ready to be 4 on there, including myself.
I have all my slots full.
Oh shit! And mine aren't
full. Like I've got my dad, some coworker that I used to work with. Like,
so I loved Apple Music, and I still do. Apple Music's great. Apple, I love you. Sponsor me. But Spotify, it just works because
it does.
The fucked up part is on my stream on Twitch. The Petty Squad can actually request a song, and I don't have to do nothing. It automatically goes right into my queue on Spotify and plays over the thing. And I'm like, can't do that with Apple. So for a streamer, Spotify's
on Spotify, because you can put up your code for like joining a party.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, but no, man, it was awesome talking to you, brother. I mean, anytime you want to do this, I mean, hell, if you just want to link up and just bullshit, go get a beer.
All right. All right. Stay high, y'all.
Gonna move yet?
Hold on. It's got a process. So we got to keep talking for a little bit.